Yes. Oh, sorry. It's one more thing we need to switch off this. So yeah, good evening. Excuse me. I rushed downstairs to get something to eat. I'm hungry. Hand off. Good evening, Anton. Your espionage is waiting. Ichipu nobu, but yeah, it was cheaper. I got the cheapest. Good evening, brother. Watching you from Lusaka, Makeni, Kanyama constituency. Alex Imasiko, good evening too. Webster Mwete, good evening. Kevin Jerry, we torture thieves before handing them over to the police. Yeah, but when they die, then you're in trouble. You are a coward running away because of assault. No, my dear. I'm not a coward and I've never been. I'm not a coward and I've never been. So yeah, I won't take too long. I will just go straight into this point and I'm not going to bring up many other issues. I'm straighting because I went downstairs to buy some fruits. Yeah. And I came back rushing. So, for me, I just want to, earlier on, I didn't want to talk about the issue of Maria Zalomis. I kind of withdrew myself, but then I have been bothered, you know. I've been bothered. I keep thinking about this. And I felt like I will be part of the ploy that is there to cover justice. For me, the issue of Maria Zalomis, I strongly believe that there is a heavy hand trying to cover justice. I strongly believe that there is a heavy hand, okay, that is trying to close up the flow of justice. I don't believe that this case is naturally progressing. No, we need to be fair. So I didn't want to talk about, but then I'm like, no. My conscience was haunting me. My conscience has been haunting me actually. My conscience has been haunting me on this case of ENOCK Simfukwe. I strongly believe that there is a heavy hand that is trying to close up the flow of justice. Why do I say that? I say this, first of all, with the hesitation that was there to arrest Maria Zalomis. From the word go, it was clear that the state wanted to protect Maria Zalomis. It was very clear. From the word go. They arrested those 4 guys. Maria Zalomis was left out. After some pressure from the public talking about this, Maria Zalomis was arrested. And it is clear that some people were not happy, were uncomfortable. We heard statements coming from Maria Zalomis' sister talking on behalf of Maria Zalomis, talking as if the public was being unfair to Maria Zalomis. Maria's sister came out speaking as if the public was being unfair to Maria Zalomis, forgetting that there was a life that was lost. Whatever that sister of Maria Zalomis was talking about, you cannot compare it to the loss of life. You can't. You can't. So, Maria Zalomis' family, and indeed even with the state itself, look at the statements that have been coming from the police. The statements that have been coming from the police have been, mediocre. Mediocre, really. It's like they don't want to highlight this issue. We haven't seen the zeal that we see in other cases, especially murder cases. This one, we can clearly tell that the state is grudgingly handling this matter. Grudgingly. They don't want to handle this. The bias can be seen from afar. And it will be unfair. Maybe I think it will be hypocrisy from me, who call myself a public lawyer, not to speak out on this. To withdraw at this point, I think it will be unfair. Then, now we see the change of the charge and the release of the accused. My dear brothers and sisters, you can love UPND just as much as I want President Hakainde Hichilema to come back. I want President Hakainde Hichilema to come back. I want our country to be stable in terms of governance. I want our country to continue on a positive trajectory that the UPND has brought in terms of the economy, in terms of development. There are a number of issues that we can talk about which are positive. I know not everything is okay. There are certain things which are okay. So in as much as I am campaigning for President Hakainde Hichilema, it will not be right for me to keep quiet when an injustice is happening. No. No. That is hypocrisy. That is immoral. It is immoral for me just because I am saying President Hakainde Hichilema should come back in 2026. It will be highly immoral, highly hypocritical of me to look away when an injustice is taking place. This is an injustice. This is an injustice. There are no two ways about it. This is injustice. The state is protecting Maria Zalomis. The state is biased in this instance. We can see it clearly. And I'm worried how this case will proceed. This case will be flouted. It will be what is the word again? What is the word? The police will sabotage their own case. The police will sabotage their own case. They will mess up this case. They will definitely mess up this case deliberately. They are already doing it. We might see Maria Zalomis and their co-accused walking to freedom. Walking to freedom. That no, this case is whatever. They might be acquitted. Or the least that they will do, you will see them being convicted and fined. Because mind you, manslaughter, you can actually pay. At least from what I know. Because I know, for example, if you hit a person on the road, I mean, I've heard people that have been fined. I don't know. I mean, maybe even in this instance, such a thing would happen. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But really, we are not seeing justice happening in the case of ENOCK Simfukwe. We are not seeing it. We are not seeing it. Honestly, I don't agree with the change of the charge. I don't agree. I don't agree, and I don't agree. I just don't talk anyhow. I take my time to do a little bit of research. And I've taken time to read. And clearly, there is no way people who tortured another human being and loses life be charged of manslaughter. I actually earlier posted, my a simple chat GPT search. I posted the results. You can go there and check where the difference between manslaughter and murder. Some of you are trying to be lawyers. They are trying to be clever. No, there was no intention, whatever. Let's look at the facts. What are the facts in this matter? You have been using the issue to say, no, you have been trying to label this young man to be a thief or to be a trespasser. Whatever that may be, call him a thief if you like. If you want, you can say he's a thief. But this person, how dangerous was he towards those who were at the farm? Was he armed? No, he wasn't armed. Did he pose any threat to Maria Zalomis and those who were there? Did he pose any threat? No. No, he didn't pose any threat. He didn't pose any threat. So if he didn't pose any threat, how is it that this boy was beaten to death? How is it that this boy was beaten to death? Why beat him to death? Why not simply apprehend him and take him to the police? Why not do that? Why beat him? Why start torturing him? This boy was not being beaten because he's a criminal. This boy was being beaten because Maria Zalomis believes this boy was sent by the wife of the man that she is with. This is why this boy was being beaten. This boy was not being beaten because he took maize or he took whatever. No, he was being beaten because Maria Zalomis believes that this boy was sent by the wife of this man that she is calling a husband. That's why that boy was being beaten. That boy was not being beaten because he had stolen. No. Or intended to steal. No. It is very clear on the video. The boy was being tortured. The boy was being tortured. Tortured to reveal who had sent him. To reveal who had sent him. And sent him to do what? They have been saying he came with acid and whatever. I don't know about those details. But whatever it is, whatever this boy had, it is very clear that he didn't pose any threat to any of those people. He didn't. But whatever happened, he found himself at that farm. And whatever suspicion that were there, I don't think they posed a threat to Maria Zalomis. And he was being tortured. The issue is, this boy was being tortured. Tortured to reveal whoever had sent him. Did the boy pose any threat? No, the boy did not pose any threat. Because even if he had a gun, let's even imagine he had a gun. But at least we have been able to see on video this boy having had been yeah, I'm a wage yala shupa. Having been sub what? There's a word that I'm looking for. Anyway, he has been content. He was content. Whatever, even if he had weapon, whatever it is, at least we are able to see that this boy at one point he was a subshani. What is it? It's not submerged. Anyway, he was content. He was content. So he didn't pose a threat. He didn't pose a threat. And we hear he was being beaten. And according to Maria Zalomis in that video, she is actually saying, Manje iwe, what is your problem? What peleka uku, or subdued. Thank you very much, Malama. Yes, he was subdued. The boy was subdued. We are looking at him, the boy was subdued. So, whatever the case, you can't say this boy posed a threat. And these people, they didn't hit him. It's not a situation where you can say that it was in a heat of a moment. It was in a heat of a moment. No. These people moved with ENOCK. They moved with ENOCK. They moved around with ENOCK. Because Maria Zalomis is saying, watipeleka uku, watipeleka uku, watipeleka uku. Vuta yako ni chani. You took us this side, you took us this side, you took us this side. You have been making us going round. What is your problem? Meaning, they had moved around with this young man. They had moved around with him. And along as they were moving around with him, they were torturing him. So there is no way you can say a death that occurs as a result of torture can be manslaughter. There is no way, there is no way. Where are you bringing in manslaughter? Where are you bringing in manslaughter? Where is manslaughter coming in? I wish somebody could tell me. I know you are watching. I know you are watching. Please, I'm not going to take long on this one. I'm going to open phone lines. Call me and tell me where manslaughter comes in. Because the facts, as we have seen, are very clear. This boy was apprehended. He was subdued. And he was being taken, to different places. Whilst being tortured, tied. And we can hear him, agonizing. Mwanmanga maningi, please. We hate that boy. Pleading with his captors. And today you want to say it is manslaughter? Guys, we should be fair. No, we should be fair. This is a life. That young man may look useless, but he was created in the image of God. God created that man and brought him on earth. Whatever plans for God were, only himself knows. There is no life which is more important than the other, No, there is no life which is more important than the other. There is no way we are going to look at that boy and just dismiss him to say, no, he can die. No. Maria Zalomis and his companions, there is no any other way of putting it, but the facts really shows Maria Zalomis and his companions are guilty of murder. Murder, not manslaughter. There is a difference with manslaughter. I'm not going to go into start reading the whatever to teach people, no. But there is a difference Manslaughter. Some people are saying, no, there was no intention. In murder, there is intention. What is the intention of beating someone? When you are beating somebody, what is your intention? What is your intention when you are beating someone? In the manner that that boy was beaten, what was the intention? Because some of you are saying, no, the intention was not to kill him. Okay, the intention was not to kill him. What was the intention of beating him? What was the intention? And that intention of beating him, what did it lead to? It led to death. So whatever the intention, that intention that you had, it led to death. So there is intent. There is intent. Yes, the intention may not have been to say, no, directly to kill him. But whatever the intention led to this boy being killed. Murder is when you inflict grievous bodily harm and that leads to death. That is murder. That is murder. You can't say, no, namtomelefye coffee. I mean, if it leads to death, it's murder. Of course, I mean, there has to be an if it is like they are putting it, if it is in a passion, a heat of a moment or extreme provocation, yeah, you can talk about manslaughter. But it has to be something that happens because, somebody's provoked, somebody's overtaken by emotions immediately. Bah! Yeah, it can be considered manslaughter. You can stab somebody in the heat of a moment, because of provocation. Then you stab the person. Yeah, that can be manslaughter. But not where you deliberately sustain torture on a person and the person dies. That can never be manslaughter. It can never be. It can never be manslaughter. When you are busy torturing a person, you are even moving with him here. It can never be manslaughter. It can never be manslaughter. And the problem that you people have, the problem that we have, is that, when you support UPND, whatever nonsense UPND does, you have to accept and you have to defend. Unless it happens to you. Unless it happens to you. When it happens to you, that's when you believe. I'm telling you, fighting for justice is not just fighting for others. It is fighting for yourself, because tomorrow you find yourself in a similar situation. Tomorrow it might be you or your relative who will be killed. And you will have the pain. You will have the pain. And you would want justice to be done. But because it is not on you, because it is on ENOCK, it is okay. You can defend UPND. No, I refuse. And for me, these are the things that I refuse. Just because I'm supporting UPND and I'm supporting Hakainde, it doesn't mean that I'm going to accept every nonsense. It doesn't mean that I'm going to accept an injustice. No, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. On this one, this is an injustice, and it is an injustice because Maria Zalomis is highly connected. Instead of pursuing justice, people, the moment Maria Zalomis was inside, people were working around the clock to find a way of releasing Maria Zalomis. If it is another person, a poor person, everybody, the police and the NPA, they would have been working around the clock to make sure that they convict this person. But because Maria Zalomis is connected, instead of working on how they can prove the case, they have been working on how they can mishandle the case so that Maria Zalomis can be freed. And that's why Maria Zalomis is free today. That's why Maria Zalomis is free today. No, it's not about innocent. I don't think it's about money. I don't think there is a person that has been paid on this matter. It is about the power. It is about the power that Maria Zalomis' mother has. It is about the power that UPND has. It is about the power that UPND has. This is not fair. And imagine if Maria Zalomis was a daughter of an opposition, it would have been a different case here. She wouldn't have walked. She wouldn't have walked. This is a fact. She wouldn't be walking. If Maria Zalomis was speaking, was related to somebody in opposition, there is no way Maria Zalomis would be out today. She's out because she is connected to UPND. That is why she's out. But I refuse. I am supporting UPND, but I refuse to be part of this crime. I refuse to be part of this injustice. I want it to go on record. I refuse. I will continue singing for Hakainde Hichilema to go through in 2026. But on this one, please excuse me. I refuse. I'm putting myself on record. I refuse to be part of an injustice. And this is how I operate. I always stand for justice. Even, I'll keep on repeating this, even when Hakainde Hichilema was in opposition, and I was supporting the PF by then. I was supporting the PF. When the PF arrested Hakainde Hichilema and charged him of treason, I refused to support the PF. I stood with Hakainde Hichilema. In as much as at that time I was very critical of Hakainde Hichilema. But I refused to be part of that injustice. I refused. And UPND, PF arrested me for it. And I kept on singing, talking. Even when they released me, I kept on talking on behalf of Hakainde Hichilema until Hakainde Hichilema was released. Because I stand for justice. Even in this instance, I refuse. Another instance, I mean, those of you, really, if you have followed me, I am consistent in my advocacy. I was supporting President Edgar Chagwa after he left power. I was singing, Alebwelerapo, Alebwelerapo, Alebwelerapo. The moment Edgar Chagwa died, and the family took a position which I believed was not patriotic, I refused to stand with them. I refused. That is me. That is me. And you need to understand me. Yes, sometimes it costs me big time. But at the same time, I always believe that there is a God who looks at my heart. Who looks at, what I stand for. You can call me whatever you want, but I try. I'm not perfect, but I try. I try. On this instance, yes, you are supporting UPND. You want to support everything that UPND is doing. But I can assure you that if you are going to be supporting something that is not right, one day you'll be the victim. One day you'll be the victim. Feed a government with wrong things. Be very sure that one day the same government will come and eat you. It will come and eat you. No shalimo akabamu. I started talking about these things earlier on. I was telling a number of people, no shalimo akabamu. And at the end of the day, a number of people have been victims. And yet, they were, supporting. So, there is this Tembo guy, he has to deliberately plan or purpose to kill or cause serious harm. You see, Tembo, what you are saying there. Have you read that? Or purpose to kill or cause serious harm. Serious harm. And of course it is saying premeditated. But exactly when you are beating up a person, you are moving one place to the other. You have meditated, you know what you are doing. You know what you are doing. You can't say, no, we were doing this, we didn't intend to kill him. What is the purpose of beating somebody? Eh? What is the purpose of beating somebody? To a point where he dies. No. This is murder. This is murder. There is no two ways about it. From my point of view, there is no two ways about it. The facts point to murder. They don't point to manslaughter. Like I said, I'm not taking long. So I want to open phone lines. I know there is a lot that is going on in the PF, whatever, but I don't want to dilute this message with politics. But yeah, that reminds me. You know, this issue, there are some of us who are genuinely fighting for justice. But unfortunately, there are some petty politicians who want to take advantage of this. I want to talk about that as well. Some of us, we are genuinely fighting for justice in this instance. But there are some petty politicians who want to ride on this. For example, I saw a case that has been started to claim damages from Maria Zalomis. I saw some people, they have filed a case, they have started a case to claim damages. Now, you are claiming damages. You are claiming damages when these people have actually not been found guilty yet. I think it would have been prudent to wait for this criminal proceeding to end, and then you come up with your claims. How do you start claiming for money? This case has not even gone anywhere. I strongly believe those people, they are misleading the family. They are misleading the family. That case which you took to the civil case, I know you can claim. I know you can do that. You can do that. But I mean, it's very difficult for your case to succeed. I read, the statement of claim. I read the statement of claim. I mean, I can't even place a finger on what is prompting you to claim for this money. That again is not good. When you bring in politics like that, you may even jeopardize the main case by the behavior that you put up. So that case, that civil matter, it was miscalculated. It was a wrong move. It's a very wrong move. Very wrong move. I think we should have been seeking for justice other than start looking for money already. This is a life that was lost. Why are you so quick to ask for money? Anyway, some of these things. Anyway, I'm going to open phone lines in case you want to say something. Let me get my phone. In case you have a contra review, I'm ready to listen. There is a number there that are given earlier. There is a number that I given earlier. In case. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Laughter.
Yes, sir.
Yes, evening, Dad.
Good evening.
Yes. So, I've been following this program. What I can say that it's very unfair for that boy, the way his life was taken away. That's a straightforward business. These people need to be locked up. It's not good taking someone's life away. Let the law play its course.
Indeed, indeed.
Tachiwe mdala sana.
It's bad. It's bad, it's unfair.
Doesn't matter whether vanina wakwe waliniwa president wako nani kwa tiku incident. Benchito voce veti finese. Una sabela mulo itekino cha bekosi yake. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Oh.
Yes, yes. Okay, somebody is saying, explain about manslaughter. I think, yeah, it would be fair for me to break down that. I think it would be fair for markup 1 is saying, explain well about manslaughter. So manslaughter is okay. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, yes. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Is it Mr. Tayali, President Tayali?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I also wanted to contribute something.
Please go ahead.
Because yeah, because I saw another interview with Winter. He also clarified and said it was manslaughter. So now I'm surprised because if a murder is when you intend to kill somebody, is it possible that those people, if they intended to kill that boy, they would have been recording? Mr. Tayali.
Yeah, so listen. Murder, there are two issues, Two issues. One is where you intend, to kill somebody, okay? Because whatever you know, this person is sleeping with my wife, for example, okay? So you plan to kill a person, okay? That is one thing. Then there is another one whereby, he's going out with my wife. I'm going to beat him. Okay? I'm going to beat him. So you plan to beat this person. Okay? You plan to beat this person. And in the process, of course, because you are overtaken by your emotions, you think you are being a hero. You can even a video. We have seen people taking videos of their spouses being caught in the act. You have seen that. In the act, and then you find these people, you even take a video. Then you start beating this person. Okay? You start beating this person repeatedly. Not whereby you take a knife, you stab once, no. Not whereby you take a stick, you hit somebody, and then the person dies. No. But we are talking about beating a person for some time. Because, there are times when you are caught by emotions, You find your spouse, in this act. So you are overtaken by emotions. Sometimes they call it temporary insanity. Okay? Then you commit a crime in that instance. In a state of temporary insanity. You are enraged. There is serious provocation. That is manslaughter. Okay? That is manslaughter because you are provoked. You are provoked, and your emotions overtake you. Okay? Then, I'm explaining now. You are repeating. No, Listen. Don't ask a question with your position. I'm giving you the position. You are overtaken by emotions. You are seriously provoked. Then a single act causes a person to die. Not where you start beating a person. You even move. Yeah, show me where you bought the condom. Let's go. This is where you bought the condom. Okay, show me where you stay. And you are continuously beating this person. That creates intent to kill a person. Because what is your intention of beating a person continuously like that? That is murder. That is murder. So what did you want to say?
Okay. Yeah. So what I wanted to say is that I know what you're trying to explain. So if you find somebody, say like the way you're saying, you find somebody with your wife, with your wife, just there you ask, maybe you shoot that person or you stab that person just there and then. Okay, it could be murder, but it could be brought into because of your emotions. But
yes.
If you go out, you go out and then come back and kill him later, that would be murder. But if you act just there when you're not thinking, it's not murder.
Yes.
But in this case, but in this case of Maria, I mean, if that boy was beaten, why did the police agree to take in a person who has been badly beaten?
So listen.
Because what I know, most of the
So let
me finish. Can I please finish?
No. You are going somewhere. No, you want to lose us. I don't want you to lose us and lose yourself. You are right to say in that moment when you beat that person, it can be taken as manslaughter. But if you beat this person and then you go back and then you come back, then that will be murder. Now, in terms of ENOCK, this boy was arrested, was taken, I don't know, not I shouldn't say arrested, but he was apprehended. And for a period of time, they were beating him. And he ended up, it doesn't matter, they took him to the police. At the end of the day, this boy ended up dying. It doesn't matter where they took him. The point is that he ended up dying as a result of the beating.
Yes. What I'm trying to say is that I agree with what you're saying, but what I'm trying to say is that in most cases, the police, if somebody has been
not
beaten,
most cases. No, don't bring in the police. We are talking about this person died as a result of beating. Don't bring in the police. This boy died as a result of beating. And that beating, from what we are seeing on video, is that he was being tortured to reveal who had sent him. We are talking about the beating. Don't bring in the police. Talk about the beating, sustained beating, and the boy ended up dying. Talk about that.
That's what I'm talking about.
So what do you call that?
What
do you call that? Is that not, don't talk about the police, talk about the beating. This boy was beaten for some time. He was being tortured. What is that to you? Is that manslaughter?
Okay.
Where is manslaughter coming?
What I'm saying is that the authorities, most cases, they will not take in somebody.
My brother, why are you bringing in the authorities? The authorities. You are trying to run away. The issue is, don't bring in the police. The issue is the act. You acted. You caused serious bodily harm on this person. Grievous bodily harm, and as a result, this person died. That is the issue. It is not about no Wakapokola, what? No. The issue is your act, the act of Maria Zalomis and the people that were around him. Their action caused this person to die. And this action, which they did, was not, in a spur of a moment, was not as a result of extreme provocation and immediately they did that. No. They sustained it. They sustained it. They sustained beating this guy. They kept on beating this guy. They tortured the guy. How can you say that is manslaughter? That's what I want to hear. Don't tell me, no, why did the police take him in? They took him in. I mean, you took him, you took him to the police. And the police are not doctors to come and say, no, no. And of course, again, like we are saying, Maria Zalomis is Maria Zalomis' popularity or powers were already at work. Police were already even intimidated. You can't put this on the police. You can't transfer this responsibility on the police. No. It is on Maria Zalomis and the co-accused. Wherever they took him, it doesn't matter. The question is, did Maria Zalomis beat this person? Did Maria Zalomis sustain or torture this person? They tortured this person, and this person died as a result of that torture. Hello?
Hi, good evening, Mr. Chief.
Good evening.
Yeah, I think from explanation is so clear. Because if you look at how that case happened, I mean, manslaughter, as you have explained, is when you do that act, maybe you are in a confused state or something like that.
Yes.
But if you look at that case, they had to apprehend that guy. They had to tie his hands. So, meaning even in the state of shock had already gone.
Yes.
So whatever they were doing, they had thought about it. They had planned about it.
Yes.
So meaning it's no longer, they were no longer acting under that impulse of shock. So whatever they were doing, their conscience was so clear. They knew what they are doing. So that case can no longer be classified as manslaughter. That was total murder because they knew what they were doing. They were conscious in their mind, and they were thinking, can we beat him? Can we tie him now? Can we take him this side? You know, so the issue of manslaughter there doesn't apply.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
No, thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I'm glad that, people are following. It doesn't. Manslaughter is when, it is a spur of a moment. It's just a spur of a moment. Or by accident. By accident, like, somebody's driving, and then you hit a person. You didn't intend to kill a person. I mean, that is you can be classified as manslaughter. Not where you apprehend a person and then you start beating him up. You tie him. You take him this side. You whatever. You pour water on him. Because there is a bucket around here. Did he, ENOCK at one point faint and then they woke him up with water? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Yes. Hello? Yes. Please go ahead.
Yes, Mr. Tayali, yeah, okay?
I'm okay.
Okay. Are we talking about legal position or just layman?
Have you followed the program? Or I think you haven't followed the program. Hello? Hello?
Good evening, Tayali.
Good evening.
I'm sorry, I'll remain anonymous for now.
No problem. Please go ahead.
But I've been following everything that you've been broadcasting in the past few weeks, and really are doing a good job. And also on this matter of Maria Zalomis' murder case and ENOCK, may his soul rest in peace. Honestly, for me personally, as a mother, and hearing how the case is going and how you have even explained it to simplicity for anybody to understand it, it has brought Omwenso Kulinenga Umine Zambia. Honestly, now we are wondering to say, yes, we want the president to continue. But now what is this case signaling to us and reflecting not just to us as Zambians and even just outside? I think we have taken pride in maintaining law and order since the UPND came into power. But this case, for me, is standing as a test for the UPND government to do really what is correct. We know that the mother is powerful because she is the ECZ chairperson. Maybe it might have implications on them, on elections or whatever, but no, let's remember our human, our Ubuntu. Ubuntu whatwa for Zambia. ENOCK died. That child will never be returned onto this earth. That blood will be on every Zambian hand if we do not speak the truth and we do not face justice. And we should also remember that if say that it happened, that the courts ruled the other way, it doesn't mean we are putting shame on Maria. No. It is a sign to say that we are accepting the truth and we want to move forward so that we have clean hands. So honestly, it's a sign and a test to this government. And I really just pray that they'll do the right thing. But thank you so much, Tayali. You're doing a very good job because you're trying to explain to people on so many matters that are affecting Zambians. And sometimes we do not have the time to have these conversations, but when you come on online like this, it's a good opportunity for us.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, really, that's a voice of reason. You know, that's a voice of reason. Yes, we are supporting UPND, but surely, can they do the right thing? Thank you.
Indeed. Thank you.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, legally, murder is very complex.
How so?
Murder is when there is plan. People plan. They move to where the person is. They get the person and all that. There is that trace. Yes. But when there is an issue where somebody just pops up from nowhere and then something happens, then it's a problem. Because these people didn't have the intent.
Okay, so wait a minute. Wait a minute. So these people, they apprehended ENOCK, eh? We agree on that, isn't it? When they apprehended ENOCK, they started beating him, okay? And they went to different places. They took ENOCK to different places, okay? And we want to assume that as long as they were doing all that, they were torturing him because they had tied him, okay? Then eventually, out of all that they were doing, ENOCK died. So the question that I'm asking you, when they were beating him, what was the intention?
Legally, things are very different. In the legal system, the way we think, it's different.
What was the intention? What was the intention when they were beating him?
Was to beat him.
Yeah. So why beating?
Okay, let me just go to a legal point. My point is,
my brother,
the thing.
Have you read a bit about that? Have you read a bit? Just to read a bit.
Yes.
So, for example, let me read. You know, the definition of murder. Okay, murder generally refers to the unlawful killing of another person with intent to kill or cause or you hear that? With intent to kill, then or cause grievous bodily harm. Cause grievous bodily harm. causing grievous bodily harm is like beating, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, beating falls into that. So where are you saying? And these people beat Enoch, and as a result he died. So where is manslaughter coming in?
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. But the main issue is the autopsy report. What does the autopsy report? What is the cause of death?
Tell me.
Is it the cause of death is brain injury?
As a brain injury. So the autopsy says
as a result
of the beating.
As a result of a
beating,
a blunt force to the head.
Okay. So
the autopsy does not even say this person was severely beaten.
I mean,
it just says a blunt force to the head.
It could be one blow, it could be one whatever. The point is that this boy was sustainedly beaten. There is
yes,
a time.
That's the point, but you know, Daddy, you know how the law is. The law is protects you as the accused, protects the person who is also a victim.
No, my friend. Killing, murder, we have read here. Murder generally refers to the unlawful killing of another person with intent to kill or cause grievous bodily harm, which is beating. Why are you refusing that? Why don't you want... so, when they were beating him, wasn't that intentional? They were beating him.
Let me take you to...
These people, I mean, you want by all means to defend the wrong. I can't accept. I don't understand you people. Hello? Hello? Yeah, I'm quiet.
His last word, what am I trying to say? His last words were, boss, and tie me. The boy kept crying in that video. The boy kept pleading and tying me on. And the mama now watching the video is long Joe and that also appeared severe injured.
Yes, even the clothes are torn. Now
we suggested that
now
the desperation in his voice for president was very clear, indicating it might have been his last breath. But honestly, for president, how could individuals witness their fellow human's life slipping away before their eyes just like that?
It's guys nangu fe kusapota UPND awe inefi nangu kusapota UPND awe ine nakana
president, it's a mafia's crime against our intelligence. On video
no.
President.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. No, hello? 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 No. This one, no, it can't be. It can't be. I know the other problem that is there is that there are no witnesses. But that video itself, just that video says a lot. I know. This is what they are trying to capitalize on. They are trying to capitalize on the fact that, you know, all the witnesses, you know, they are part of, you know, the murder. So it is difficult, but clearly from that video, and the problem, that's why I'm saying that the problem is that the state is trying, instead of trying to prove the case, instead of trying to look for justice for ENOCK, they are there trying to find ways and means to, remove Zalomis out of this. This is why we have a problem. This is why we have a problem. And I can assure you, you can do this. But surely, lesa talala. Eparandandat lesa talala. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Yes, yes, I'm watching Tayali, and I would just have to make my comment on the case. Yeah, so my opinion in this case, that from a legal perspective, is to know whether Maria Zalomis is a party to the offense that was committed. And I'm reading the Penal Code, chapter 3, subsection 21. So it says that when an offense is committed, each of the following persons is deemed to have taken part in committing the offense and to be guilty of the offense and may be charged with actual committing that offense. That is to say, every person who actually does the act or makes an omission which constitutes the offense. So, when a person does the act or omits to do an act that constitutes an offense, that person is also deemed to have committed that offense. Also, every person who does or omits to do any act for the purpose of enabling or aiding another person to commit the offense is also deemed to have committed the same offense. So, if for whatever reasons have failed to act for the purpose of enabling or aiding someone to commit an offense, when such an offense is committed, I will be deemed to have committed that offense as well. Every person again who aids.
My brother, I think we discussed that matter before, when Maria Zalomis was left out to be arrested. So we brought out those arguments, and that's how Maria Zalomis was arrested. So at this point in time, we are discussing the issue of, is it murder or manslaughter? I think that is where we are. I think in terms of that, what you are discussing, I think that was discussed earlier. And this is how Maria Zalomis is part of everybody. Now, the question is it murder or manslaughter?
Okay. So now, I will speak for this.
Try to speak in the phone, directly in the phone, other than what you are using. I don't know if you are using the phone is on loud or you are using earphones. I don't know.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Yes, so I was saying the Penal Code is very clear when it comes to murder and manslaughter. So the Penal Code says, defines murder in this way. Murder is the unlawful killing of a person with a malice aforethought. The unlawful killing of a person with malice aforethought. In this case, we're saying there must be an intentional move, an intentional act for you to cause the unlawful act. Manslaughter, on the other hand, The only thing that is differentiating murder from manslaughter is the absence of malice aforethought, where there is no intention. I think that's where now we can reduce it to manslaughter. But in this case, there was intention to cause grievous harm.
Yes.
Even if you look at the person who was killed in this case, his body was bruised.
Yes.
The clothes that he wore at that point was torn.
Yes.
Yeah. So there was an intention not really to kill, but to cause grievous harm. That amounts to murder.
Exactly. That's
my opinion on that matter.
You are very helpful on that. There was an intention to cause grievous bodily harm, and because he died, it is murder. There is no two ways about it. No, thank you very much. Thank you. I hope that that has helped some of you who are saying no, there was no intention. The intention was there to beat this guy, to cause grievous bodily harm on him. That intention was there. And when you are reading, that one is reading the penal code. The penal code clearly said, if you have the intention to cause grievous bodily harm on a person, that's it. It's murder. It's murder. There is, and you know, even those, I strongly believe our prosecutors are very competent. I strongly believe that they are very competent. But I do understand that you must be under pressure. There is no way you NPA that have started to love so much, by NPA, I've liked you because, you know, you are doing good things. I like it. And I know you are very competent. There is no way you would have omitted this one. There is no way you would have gotten it wrong. Eh? No, when the evidence is overwhelming. No. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Tad.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I think this issue is somehow tricky. It's somehow tricky if you are not neutral.
Yeah, exactly.
If you have got two standards, if you are in UPND, it will be somehow a bit difficult to look at the case as it is, because it will look like as if you're at campaign your part says but.
Yeah.
But to be straightforward, if you are just a neutral person, to always assume, okay, let's assume it's your sister, your brother, or your relative. How do you look at this? Let's just assume that it's your sister, your brother has been killed in such a manner. How do you look at it? So coming to murder and slaughter, I think this thing is maybe like a demonstration or an example. Actually, a best example can be like of manslaughter. Assume we are only like we are driving on the road. Then you reach where there are robots. Then they give a rate. Then you have to stop there. You stop, and then you know when you stop as a driver, you are waiting for it to show it grade so that you can start off. So everyone is ready to start. Maybe they are trying to rush for work. Then the moment the robots turn green, everyone is starting to rush to cross because they are given out limited time. But when the person trying to cross, they find that accidentally also someone, a person maybe is on a bike or is walking, they start also to rush to cross at the same time. Then accidentally you bash into that person, he or she dies. That case, those are some of the cases that we consider as manslaughter, where it was not intentional, it wasn't planned, there was no like even a sort of like trying to cause harm. But when it comes to this case, there was like that person was trying to put some legal issues. He was saying like these people they had no plan to kill someone. So they just like stayed home. Then from nowhere, this guy came. But yes, for sure, they had no intention to call someone first. But the moment this person showed up, the intentions to call someone popped out. It's more like a criminal. For example, you are a criminal. For example, you rob people. You maybe like let's talk of those people who people that you get mad. For example, just walking, here's a criminal just walking, then you have no intentions to kill someone. But unfortunately, someone shows up. Out of that person who has showed up, the intention can get created right from them. Then they didn't have the thoughts of killing someone at first. So these guys, they never had, for sure, an intention to kill someone. But the moment this guy showed up, an opportunity came where they sort of like trying to cause or inflict what pain in this guy. But in the process of trying to inflict pain, as a result, that person died. So how can you put this one? Is it accidental or it was out of impulse? If actually if you had put an impulse, it was not like a 1 minute thing. It took time, as you said, like in that video, that guy was dragged from place to place, being asked questions. He was being tried. These people were sober. There was nothing like some kind of impulse that came
Wind up,
no.
my brother. Wind up so that I can take others. Wind up.
So, what I'm saying, this case, to be honest, here there was murder. There was nothing else. There was murder here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother. Hello? 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 Oliver, hello? Hello?
Oh, Mr. Tayali, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you, my neighbor?
Hi, neighbor, how are you?
Good,
I
good.
just contribute to the program, neighbor.
Yes.
Imagine you are my husband, right? If I go to the market, when I come back, I find you in an act with a woman. Then I pick maybe a plate or a pressing iron. I hit you. I'm not intending to kill you, but
yes, you're provoked.
It was not intention that I killed you. I'm hurt. I just want to teach you a lesson. Don't do this.
Yes.
And then in the process you die. That is manslaughter. I didn't intend it. Just something that just comes abruptly.
Yes.
My adrenaline has been produced. So it comes up immediately. That is manslaughter. Because I didn't intend to kill you. You understand? That's how I understand it myself.
Yeah. Now, when you talk about the issue of ENOCK, how do you explain the issue of ENOCK? Hello? Oh. Yeah. So, with what she has said, that is clearly manslaughter. In the spur of a moment, a heated moment, you take something, you hit somebody, I mean, a person dies. Yeah, that is manslaughter. It is in a spur of a moment, but not where you sustain it, where you intend to cause bodily harm. It is not a spur. You sustain it. Yeah? You keep beating this person. You even move. You even change places, and you are beating this person. That is not manslaughter. That is murder. If you just take something, you throw at somebody, or whatever, or a knife, that is manslaughter. But the issue of ENOCK, there was intention to cause bodily harm. And the intention is shown in the video, the way this boy was pleading. What Maria Zalomis was saying, watipeleka huku, meaning they had time, they had all this time to even change places. They had time to even tie him like that. His clothes are torn. And there is water around where he's sitting. My assumption is that maybe that guy had even passed out and they poured water on him, you know, to bring him back. Because you can clearly see that the guy was really messed up, was really beaten by that. So that beating, that sustained beating, blowing punches, whatever, kicking the person, that cannot be manslaughter. That is murder. That is murder. No two ways about it. It is murder. So you can say no, because some of you are trying to say no. Was there intent? There was intent. The intent was to cause bodily harm. That is the intent. There was intention. The intention was not to kill, but to cause bodily harm. But according to the penal code, like somebody read out, if you have the intention to cause bodily harm and the person dies as a result, that is murder. That is murder. That is murder. No two ways about it. There are no two ways about it. Maria Zalomis and her co-accused, they committed murder. And I am very sure that those who are looking at this case, they can see it, but they have got undue pressure. You can even look at how quickly they have committed it to the High Court. Because you see, cases murder, to be committed to the High Court, they take long. They take long. Go back and check other murder cases. See how long they take before they are committed to the High Court. They take long. But this one, very quickly. Very quickly. Look at the police. Look at the way they have been coming out, issuing statements. You can see that really people are scared. This is not right, my brothers and sisters. This is not right. This is not right. It's just not right. It's not right. It's not right at all. We can't accept this. It is an injustice and we should call it just that. I hope it can be corrected, but I know it is difficult. I know because people are under pressure. Hello?
Hello, lakini someone sent.
Wena fashion name.
We know. Chomba, my name.
Okay, please go ahead.
This time. Because you know, murder is a big, you know, a lot of life. It's a very big, it's not a small thing. Now compared to, you know, any other cases, kind of
fast. Supersonic speed. Supersonic speed.
There's that accountant who was murdered with one IBA. Accountant.
How long it took before? Before. Nakafika kale kwa High Court. First nama beo na yengira. Guys. How, guys? How? No. I mean, it's very clear. It's really clear how this case has even moved, like this caller said. It has moved so fast. So fast. We have been following cases, some of us. And it takes time before a case is committed to the High Court. But this one, how, guys? How, guys? ENA. Mukayapira pokulidesa. Hii kesi mukayapira po. Uliomwa icheudia may look so, you know, useless, poor, and whatever. But you know, God looks at us. Search your conscience. Search your conscience. Search your conscience. What you are doing on this boy, it is really unfair. And if you look at Maria Zalomis, Maria Zalomis, some of these things, you also look at where you are coming from. Maria Zalomis, I mean, at the end of the day, wuchende wako waletelero muntu kufwa. Maria Zalomis tomfwa. Maria Zalomis alitemo wuchende. Maria Zalomis alitemo wuchende. And some of these things, they happen as a result like that. Once it alitemo fya kuchita chitevi. But waiwela kwa wakwata koka limiti. Nomba Maria Zalomis alasamwa na okusamwa. Alase ndaba umebabene. Aba umebabene. Ale yumfwa no kuyumfwa. If you feel so, let's attack moi. If you feel so, tu m'attaques-moi laisse. Once tu la chita fide fia kuchita chita. But wakwata kwa katina. Wakwata kwa katina. Te tu le poko la fiaba umebabene, le poko la fiaba umebabene, ulesa na mku yumfwa. Una imwe. Efisa mku chiteka fimwe fintu ifi. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Chilufya. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
He is calling from Dege Township here.
Yes.
When he first moved on, the court at the community house.
Remove your phone on loud. Remove your phone on loudspeaker, please. Remove your phone on loudspeaker.
Remove. Okay, are you getting me loud and clear now?
Yes.
Faith Musonda was put out in the night. It was given a very serious, available charge. When the issue went to court, the DPP had brought the unavailable charge and a letter. In a short period of time, she had to pay admission of guilt. Now, what is the difference with the Zalomis? Just because Zalomis, the mother, is a politician, but on Faith Musonda, there was no an outcome. What is the difference?
Your thinking is too high for me to even engage. I can't engage on that. I can't waste my time on your thinking. I can't waste your time. I can't waste my time. I mean, this kind of thinking, give it to somebody else, not me. Nachepa. I can't handle that kind of arguments. You are talking about Faith Musonda and a murder case. You want to compare this? You want to compare this? I mean, these things are not even related. The crime that Faith Musonda committed and this are totally different. And you want to bring it here? You're even excited. Really? And you want to engage me on that? Oh, Nachepa. You are too high. You think too high. Your thinking is very high. Me, I can't handle. I mean, Faith Musonda's case. Yeah, uchakolwa. Akolwa Faith, I am kuchefia upokora nkane ku community house. And we are talking about murder. Oh boy. Nachepa. Let others handle those matters. Anyway, I think I've made my point. It is on record that, at least for me, I don't agree with this matter. And I doubt that justice will be served in this matter, because it is very clear that the state want to jeopardize their own case. The state want to jeopardize their own case to save Maria Zalomis. So I will end here for tonight. Today is Wednesday. I'm coming back on Friday, and on Friday we will be discussing politics. I may have to go also to the issue of some of these clergy, particularly I don't want to drop that matter, particularly this man who is in Italy, at Father Don Shanyuko, Don Bosco, not Don Bosco, Don Oscar, Don Oscar, Don Oscar, Don Oscar. I want to discuss that man because you know, he's doing things on a very dangerous path. His politics is leading it on a dangerous path, and people who are deemed to be men of God, they have got high influence on people, on the citizen. So such individuals should be admonished. It doesn't matter. Yes, I'm Catholic, but it should be. And I'm also going to touch, you know, somewhere there. But anyway, I reserve that. I think I'll talk about that on Friday, and I can also discuss a bit of what is happening to PF at the moment. For tonight, allow me to end here. As far as I'm concerned, the case of Maria Zalomis is a case of murder. But people are frantically working to save Maria Zalomis because of the power that surrounds her. It is unfair, it is unjust, it is hypocritical. Thank you very much. May God bless you. May God bless Zambia. Bye.